Welcome to this presentation about the proposal for an automated engineering fee estimation tool. Engineering fee estimation based on historical project data using artificial neural network. This presentation is part of assessment 2 for the Introduction to Data Science subject. As part of this project, we will look at Company X, which is a building engineering consultancy and provides services to its clients in the fields of structural, civil, hydraulic, electrical, mechanical, acoustic, and other forms of engineering. Company X tends to work on projects from a varied client base, including but not limited to commercial, residential, industrial, buildings, data centers, hospitals, universities, airports, and stadiums. A critical step in the life cycle of any project undertaken by the company is the estimation of fees it will charge to its clients for the services it performs. The problem in this step is that the fees need to be confirmed to the client at a very early stage. The current procedure in place to predict these fee estimates is to rely on the judgment of experienced engineers and project managers. This project proposes to implement an automated fee estimation method based on historical project data currently housed in the company databases and use data science techniques to extract valuable information from this data. The benefit of this project would be that it will improve the profit margin, allow for better resource allocation, which results in less stressed out staff and lower staff turnover rate. A few data science roles that will be involved as part of this project would be a data architect who would be responsible for creating and managing relevant data models, storage systems, and process workflows. A data engineer would be required to make the data accessible for data science purposes and also for capturing and cleaning the data. A data scientist who will interpret the data, create visualizations, and build a machine learning model to gain valuable insights for the business. And finally, a software engineer who will implement findings from the data science process back into the business processes. The data sources used in this project includes the Opportunity Manager software data, which is an in-house software, Excel-based software used by the company to record new opportunities and information about new opportunities. Financial data will be imported from the Workday software through an API, and it includes project financial data such as expenses, hours booked to the project, etc. Additionally, metadata will be extracted from all internal files and folders related to the project and fed into a database as a CSV file. The database chosen for this project is an Oracle database. It is a relational database system. This has been chosen because the data is small in nature and is structured and will most likely not change over time. Due to the small volume of data and the low velocity at which it is generated, a big data solution was not deemed feasible. As suggested, the data will be stored in the Oracle database, and an Oracle Machine Learning for R platform will be used to prep and train the data. The results of this model will be implemented back into the Opportunity Manager software as a secondary cost prediction. Literature review revealed that an artificial neural network is one of the most commonly used methods to determine cost estimates for engineering projects. It has many advantages, the most important of it being that it can make fairly accurate predictions based on the limited data sets. An artificial neural network has three layers: the input layer, hidden layers, and an output layer, which are connected via branches with certain weights assigned to them. The model training will be done by a two-stage process: feed-forward propagation, where correct input and output data pairs would be fed into the ANN, which would then try to predict outputs based on a randomized weighting on the branches. But in the back propagation process, error will be calculated based on the predicted and actual outputs, and then the randomized weightings will be adjusted accordingly. As part of the feature selection, the Opportunity Manager data is what will be used as part of the inputs of the project, because this is the only data that is available at the early stage of the project. The output, of course, being that we need to calculate the fees built on the project. The model will be validated through approved commonly used methods in literature review. The insight that this will give us is that it will quantify the relationship between the fee estimate that we need to submit to the client and the various input factors such as client and project type, gross flow area, number of levels, construction costs, etc. We can then use this model to compare predictions made by experienced professionals based on their judgment. This hopefully will benefit the company by reducing the probability that a loss will be made on a project, increasing the chance of profitability, reducing the stress on employees by ensuring that correct resource allocation is made on projects. Thank you for listening.